Hi, it's Jeff Rona. Being a composer is an art, but it's also a business. As a business person, you are responsible for your own safety, meaning that people can take advantage of you. Things can and sometimes will go wrong. So whenever you work on a project, you're usually asked to sign some kind of an agreement. And if you're not a lawyer and you don't feel comfortable reading contracts and legalese, find a lawyer who can help you. Sometimes they're very inexpensive, but if it's a bigger project and you're a little worried about it, it's worth it. You need to know your rights, and you have some. As a composer, you can retain your publishing, not always. You can retain the rights to your masters, sometimes, not always. You can make sure that cue sheets are filed so that you get royalties, and that's kind of an always. It's up to you to make sure that you are protected. Nobody else will do that. You have to think of being a composer both as an art and a business, and to be very careful when you need to be. There are online resources for some legal help, and contracts shouldn't be complicated and long on small and medium projects. And just remember that you're not here to give it away. You're here to build a career. Be thoughtful, be careful, and read the fine print. If you're a composer and your skill set is really focused on composing and not much more, does that still mean that you can have a career? And the answer is yes, but you need to surround yourself with talented people who are better at what they do than you are at what you do. Virtually every successful composer has some kind of a team around them. So you may be a great composer, but you don't have the ability to do synthesizer programming. Find somebody who can. You may be a good composer, but you don't know how to orchestrate or get music ready on scores and parts for live players. There are people who can do that. If you don't conduct, there are people who do that. Often the orchestrators are decent enough conductors to get the job done. If you don't feel like you're capable of being a great mixer, and most composers aren't, find somebody who can. Are you doing a low budget or a no budget project? Tell them, hey, I'm not making anything on this, but I think this is going to lead to more work. And you'll be surprised at how many even experienced professionals are willing to take a chance on a new composer who has a potential burgeoning career and they want to be a part of it. So don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. Ask for help, but don't go to an amateur. Go to somebody who's really good at it and get them on your team right away. And you'll be surprised at how much better things go for you. People often ask me, how do they get started? How do they find and meet directors or producers who are producing great content? It's a good question, it's a tricky question, but I will say this, they're out there. Number one, directors and producers are online, often talking about their projects. Number two, there are websites devoted to projects. IMDb is a great website that lets you see projects in progress, and you can reach out to these people. Check social media, look for directors, look for producers. Some people attend film festivals and go to panels and then rush up and talk to directors and producers at the end of the panel. Every city in the world has a film festival at one time or another, mostly. They're out there, you can find them, you can introduce yourself, but if you do, and they say, hey, send me your stuff, be ready to send them some great stuff. Make sure you really feel like you have something that they can listen to that has no apologies attached to it. Very important. Should I do this project for free that I've been asked to do? That's a good question. Giving things away isn't always the right thing. But if you're just getting started, if you are brand new at this, then why wouldn't you? There are 3 really good reasons to say yes to a project. Number 1, it pays money and you want the money. That's valid. Number 2 is there isn't any money, but I really like this director and I think maybe they'll use me in the future. That's a valid reason to do something. They don't have any money and they're doing it as a labor of love and you get involved. A lot of people will remember you for that and come back to you. The third reason is, well, there's no money and I don't know if this director really knows what they're doing, but this project has something special about it. It's going to go to festivals. It's going to get seen. The people who are working on it know what they're doing and it's a good project. So those are 3 really good reasons to say yes to a project even if there's no money involved. Agents. When's the right time to get an agent? How do I get an agent? Will an agent find me more jobs? Do I need an agent to get any jobs? Honestly, if you're going to deal with a good agent, a reputable, honest agent, they're not just going to hand you jobs. Really, what it means is it's up to you to find your first jobs and try to get a start. Try to get your foot in the door doing student films, doing short films, doing festival films. But once you find that you've gotten a few jobs and that a job has been offered to you that you need help negotiating a fee, favorable terms like retaining publishing or masters, anything like that where an agent really could be helpful to you, then you have the ability by looking agents up, and these are film scoring agents, not talent agents generally for actors or other talent, but one specific for scoring. You can say, look, I have this job, it's been offered to me, I need somebody to make the deal. And a good agent will probably step in, help you, take a fee, but then that's kind of how you'll have a shot at getting on their roster. So get yourself started any way you can. When you feel like you're at a point where you really need the help, you can reach out to an agent, and a good agent should be willing to help you out. This may be a little controversial, and this is definitely my opinion, but I'm often asked whether or not you need a college degree to have a chance of getting a career as a composer. And my feeling is, if there are things at a college that will benefit you, learning, composing, orchestration, instrumentation, technology, anything, that's great. But do you need a degree? No. I've never met anybody in my field who's ever been asked once, where did you go to college? Did you go to college? Honestly, it's what you know and it's how well you apply it that ends up being all that matters. Can you deliver great music? And is it well thought out? Is it smart? Does it cover the emotions that it's supposed to do? Does it fulfill the intent? And if you can do that, then how you got there doesn't matter. There are some great universities with some great film scoring programs and video game scoring programs. There are special programs all over the world that specialize in scoring for media. There are some great books, like The Real World, of course, and others. And how you get there, that's up to you. That's your path. For a lot of people, the internet has become their university. I watch videos on YouTube and Instagram all the time from people claiming to have good advice. And what I've discovered is that some of them are great, some of them are mediocre, some of them are absolutely dead wrong with their advice. And this is the part of the internet that I find the most distressing, is how unreliable some of the information is and how hard it is to distinguish the good material from the bad material because it looks great. All I can say is look for those videos from people who have a good large following. Check in with other people and see if they're happy with the quality of the content. Look for some diversity. Go to some different channels and get into some groups with other composers online where you can exchange information and exchange questions and maybe figure out where the best material on the internet really is from. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below with your opinion, your thoughts, your questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Subscribe if you can, follow, and I look forward to it.